What's good? What's good? This is a sylabdul Geek Network production. We are live on the main YouTube channel. We're back monetized on the YouTube channel. So shout out to YouTube for stop hating on me. We back, and we're also on the sylabdul Superman channel. I'm going live on that channel at the same time because we got this Superman report. So I want to make sure we're capturing all audiences. Also, we are on X, Twitter, whatever platform you're on, support the platform that you're on. On Twitter, go to the profile page. There's ways to support the platform and check out the previous streams under the highlight tabs. YouTube, smash a like. Make sure you still subscribe. We're back fully monetized. I swear. I felt like I was doing streams for free for the past several months. But we back. Cuban Comic, what's good, bro? What's good with you, man? Smash a like over on YouTube. Make sure you still subscribe. Stop hating YouTube. Super chats are now live again. Again, we're on the main channel and the Superman channel. We got the Superman update. There's been a lot of talk out there about this Superman film. People, I don't know if people forget, but like when it comes to DC, I'm pretty plugged in. It just people forgot with all the strikes, the lockdowns and COVID and everything. They forgot. We're going to talk to them today about this Superman film. This is the event of the year for DC fans. Hate it or love it. Bump it or dump it. It's getting spicy, Speedy. Oh, man. It's getting spicy. We got Real Talk Productions. Carlos is a member. Memberships on the main YouTube channel. Membership starts at $1.99. You get exclusive first look videos. I already got some archive videos that only members can see right now on the main channel. On the Superman channel, you'll get some exclusive updates just for that channel and archive videos as well too. So much appreciated. This is a very interesting stream because that's why I got all the platforms in at one time because it's going to be something for everyone. The Superman channel will get the first portion of this stream because it's about the Superman test screenings and what I'm hearing that Warner Brothers is talking about with this Superman film. And I think that audience will want to know what I'm hearing with this in conjunction with all the rumors that's out there right now. We try to bring out the real, man. We know. You already know. Hey, the real no, we don't play around when it comes to DC. Good or bad, we got you. So we're gonna talk about again what I'm hearing. People was hitting me up all last night about this test screening, about how Warner Bros. Is vibing with this film, and going into CinemaCon next week. This is the biggest week so far of the year for DC for the Superman film. So we're gonna talk about all that. So again, appreciate the support overall. Appreciate those that's been rocking with the platform. Though I know I kind of took a little break from the main channel because YouTube was messing with me. But we back, and we're gonna get into it. So appreciate the support overall, man. We at a good place right now. We got a lot of information coming in. We got the business together over here. So let's get this going. Hey, the evil super chats are back. See, y'all didn't realize like how subdued we were for the last several months. Now we back. And man, we gotta give Neo 7 something good. Cannon. And it's only right Neo 7 was the first one to do a super chat back. I'm just saying it was only right. It's only right the homie put that in there for that. But no, real talk. and I tweeted out about this, and I want to get to the stories, but I do want to keep this real for just a second. Like the time that content creators put into their content and their channels, their platforms, and what I've done for several years, for that to be something that kind of halted my content, it was kind of wild. It was kind of eye-opening. It really shows you, all you could do is kind of rock with people who's rocking with you. And when it's funny business, it's funny business. But you realize who's real, when the grass is cut, right? So y'all have no idea how tough these last couple months were. Y'all have no idea. But we are back where we're supposed to be, and it's because of y'all. It's because y'all support. If y'all wasn't showing up for those streams these past couple of months, man, that would have gave me a reason to be like, why even keep doing this? You know what I'm saying? I'm getting nothing for this, right? But now, y'all kept it going. Y'all kept supporting, and now it's mutual. Gratification for everyone. So much appreciated. Real Talk Productions. Hey, Carlos, man. Carlos, he supports me on every platform I'm on. I pull him on different streams that I'm on. Like he's a great co-host, whatever we rocking with, man. So appreciate you, Carlos, as well. Let's give him a drop. Super chats are back. Oh man, this messed up everyone, man. It was like, oh, the reporter demise was premature. Let's get into it. We know the title of the stream is about Superman, right? So let's get all the way into this, man. Let's get all the way into what I'm hearing. Y'all saw the report, so let's kind of go through what people were saying. Because I love this event. People know I started off as a confirmation specialist. I didn't care about being first. I'm like, put your story out there first, because I know I have people I can cross reference whatever you put out there, right? And then sometimes I get stuff first, and we saw how that goes. So last night people was talking about this Superman test screening. Now, I put out my report on the Superman channel. Shout out to y'all on the Superman channel. I put out my information about the first test screening of the Superman film and how, it was ways they could have improved that, right? You got Black Wolf. Look at Black Wolf Inc. Hey, Black Wolf, this year I'm coming to Miami, bro. We're going to talk. This is the year I'm coming to Miami, all right? I know we've been talking about this for several years. It's happening this year, all right? But so all last night, it was a test screening. It was several test screenings. I talked about the first one, and that video did great on the Superman channel. We talked about it and everything, and there's been several more, and I'm going to commentate more about that, right, on this stream. But let's go into... Oh, that's right. Carlos in Miami too, right? Yeah, we're going. Carlos, we're gonna hook up with Black Wolf. We're gonna make that happen this year. All right, later this year, we're gonna make that happen. So first thing, last night, this dropped, right? So I just want to put up there what we're talking about. There was a Superman. There were multiple Superman test screenings. There was one yesterday, and I was getting messages all evening about this, right? And then you had some of maybe y'all favorite scoopers. I don't know, I probably had beef with all these people I'm about to bring up on the screen right now, but we ain't gonna talk about it. It's about the information. It's not personal. It's never personal. They all came at me. I just had to clap back, but it's all good. We ain't gonna talk about that right now. All right, let's talk about the Superman film because the streets is talking. And I want to put it straight because longtime viewers of my platform, y'all should know how I roll by now. I want evidence. I want information. I don't want to go off of emotion. People get so caught up in what they want to happen instead of what is happening. I'm here to tell you what is happening, and I'll give you my commentary and my opinion on it, but I'm not going to go off of just blind emotion. As a Snyder fandom, that's how people push back on us. They say, oh, y'all just wishing fairy tales. It's like, no, if we have something concrete, when Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot tweets release a Snyder cut, then that's concrete, right? That's what I lean on, concrete information. So I just want to put it out there because people, I know there's different factions on what they want the Superman film to do, what DC fans want this film to do. I've made it very clear. Obviously, my channel launched because I am a Zack Snyder fan. He made me a fan of Superman, right? So that's a lens I'm coming in with this, right? I wasn't really rocking with Superman until Zack Snyder did Man of Steel. That's my past, right? That's my history to this. So when people want to judge, again, what we're thinking is different sides of this fandom. There's no monolith. Everyone's coming in with different backgrounds with this. So I want to, know how does this film appease me as someone who was really, introduced to the mythos of Superman through Zack Snyder. I've always been a Batman fan. I've always been a DC fan. Just Superman was corny to me growing up until Man of Steel, till 2013. So when we're talking about epic scale, and then BVS comes out, and obviously the Snyder Cut eventually comes out, I got high expectations. And so that's what I'm entering this conversation into, is that what do you have for me from my standpoint as a lifelong DC fan? Superman, yes, everyone loves Christopher Reeve. No one's fronting on that. No one's fronting on that. But was Superman cool? Like we all respected Christopher Reeve growing up, at least my generation. We respected Christopher Reeve. He's the OG. And the Smallville came out, and we love that origin story. Tom Welling, he's an OG. I mean, again, I'm just talking about my generation. And then Man of Steel hits. Then it's like, oh, Superman could be real. Like this is real talk. That's what Man of Steel was, and that's what Zack Snyder brought, produced by Christopher Nolan. So what are you going to do, James Gunn, to follow that up? That's the question. Not only just if your film's going to be good. See, I know on my multiple platforms, there's multiple fandoms and viewpoints that I'm juggling. But I've always been, I just had a conversation with someone on my comment section. I'm going to keep it very, very real with you every time. You get in where you fit in with that. I've always said, as a lifelong DC fan, I never want DC to fail. I never want DC to fail. But then Shazam! Fury of the Gods came out. DC failed, right? So no matter, it's not about what I want to. That's my point. I always try to bring to the viewers. It's not about what I want to happen. It's about the reality, right? So I think we're clear on that, right? So let's go. We're gonna go into the report because I know at times I gotta reiterate that to people. Yeah, shout out to Tyler Hoechlin. Oh, that was a great. Oh, Daddy Superman. He's the quintessential Daddy Superman now, right? Cavill was going to do it, right? In the Snyderverse, but hey, let's deal with what is, right? not what has not been. So Tyler Hoechlin is quintessential Daddy Kal-El, right? Killed it. No doubt. No doubt. That's I still like Smallville, probably because of the longevity, a little bit more than Superman and Lois, but it's really close though. It's kind of neck or neck because Smallville had a couple bad seasons. Superman and Lois, I think every season was good. Was it 4 seasons? Every season was good. All right. So we'll leave it at that. Superman test screening. Let's get into it. Man. We don't want to do. And then I guess it was some casting news that hit as well. So we're going to talk about all this today. So we got this scooper here, right? Daniel Rickman. I never talked to him personally. He has some shade with my Ben Affleck scoop in Aquaman. I mean, I got, visual evidence of you shading me, Daniel RPK, if that's your real name. But but it's all good. Hey, it's about this geek shit, bro. Like I really ain't trying to carry grudges unless you come at me. I'll clap at you in real time. But enough time has went by. So let's get into this story here. He said Superman had a test screening. This is last night. From what I hear, people loved it. This is what Daniel Rickman is saying, right? So the first thing I want to say, and I promise, I know I had like a preface of Daniel Rickman, but like some personal shit, but like I just want to tell you the real, right? Anyone that's saying they were blown away by the test screenings, they're kind of not being fully truthful to you, okay? No one walked away from any Superman test screening saying this is the best film since Dark Knight. All right? I can guarantee you that. When they do a test screening, and I've been a part of multiple ones, I have not been a part of any Superman test screenings. I was a part of a Captain America Brave New World test screenings. That's why I was very limited what I could say because of what you sign off on until the film comes out of those films. So when you sign off on a test screening and an agreement, you are agreeing not to publicly talk about the proceedings. From what I heard from all of Superman test screenings, no one was blown away. It is not true. But that's not saying that's the quality of the film. Test screenings, and people saying in the chat, yeah, test screenings mean nothing. It's an unfinished version of the story. It has parts of the story they're going to eventually cut out. It doesn't include any reshoots unless they come back and screen after reshoots. So you're really at a disadvantage in a screen testing. You're just dealing with the film you have right there. I will say at the Brave New World test screening, I didn't get the full film. So I couldn't tell you fully about the film. All I could do was talk to you about what I saw. Then they added more after that. So that's the first thing I want to put out there. Test screenings do not tell you the entire film, but if anyone says, "Oh, I was blown away by the test screenings," it's not true. It's not true. No one was blown away by any test screenings. There was critique every time. And as far as what I heard, this Superman film, James Gunn Superman film, is kind of a higher tier test screened film. Like, there's ranges of these test screenings. You get a couple of screenings. Like, you have films like a Joker Folly I Do gets no test screenings. Then you get a film like BVS, gets a couple test screenings and get a standing ovation. And then you get high-end test screenings, 5 or more. That's where James Gunn's Superman is at. We're approaching about 5 or more test screenings of this film. And we're going to talk about, again, what we heard with that. But this is what Daniel RPK is telling y'all. Take it for what you will. I'm just going to tell you what I hear. You think Daniel's shilling for WB? Hey, I don't know. I don't know this man's allegiance, so I'll be quite honest. You know, any anonymous scooper, I don't know. I don't know what they're about. I mean, I know he came at me, but that was a while ago. That was, I don't want to bring that up too much right now. It is what it is. Yeah, test screenings again. Caleb in the chat. Test screenings, it's just that version of the film. Aquaman 2 had multiple test screenings. They had a test screening with Ben Affleck. They had one with Michael Keaton. They had one without any Batman. And the public got the film without Batman. So, yeah, test screenings, it don't tell you everything. It's that version of the film. But what I'm telling you is anyone that walked away from a Superman test screening, according to Warner Brothers sources, no one has been fully blown away by any test screening of this Superman film. I stand by my sources because they've been there pretty much every step with me for the last 3 years. You heard about George Clooney at the end of the Flash film? Yeah, that was my sources. I broke that story. Ben Affleck and Aquaman, I broke that story. So I'm going to trust my sources on this, that when they say no one has been blown away by any test screenings, yeah, I'm going to go off what they say with this. But I'm also going to tell you what they are saying as well, not just shooting down anything. I give you the full story if people are new to the platform here. If you are new to this platform, especially on YouTube, I want to make sure you are subscribing. Smash a like. Make sure you still subscribe. Share the video. Comment. We're just getting started. And over on X Twitter, make sure you follow an account. Go to the profile page. Support the platform. Super chats are live on all YouTube channels. We are back. George Clooney and Flash is hilarious. Yeah, that was hilarious. But it was right. I don't give a fuck. Hey, I don't care how it lands with you. Was it right? Yeah. The video's out there. So with this, again, there is mixed test screening reports. This was one. And then we got another account, just that coincidentally came at me with my Ben Affleck scoop in the past as well. It's a theme. It's a theme today. We got this account saying, just keep expectations in check. Talking about Superman test screenings. The response I heard directly from Warner Brothers, and I heard from directly Warner Brothers. I'm going to tell you what I heard directly from Warner Brothers in just a moment. But let's go with this. Was decidedly less glowing than Daniel's posts. Not to say it went terribly, but it's divisive. It's a divisive film with a particularly silly tone. Some people click with it. Some seem to bounce right off. I want to clarify this right here. Now, I will say, Daniel RPK, yeah, that was extra glazing. That was, yeah. Daniel, he glazes, okay? Like, this is the scoopers I'm bringing up to y'all today. I'm telling y'all very clear what you rocking with. because I had encounters with all of them. Okay. But let's clarify what we're saying right here. Okay. So, heard directly from Warner Brothers, less than glowing of Daniel's post. Yeah, I actually agree. I actually agree with that angle about, was it as good as Daniel said? No, it wasn't. Glizzy Fest. Glizzy Fest. He says, not to say it went terribly. That's actually true. It's a divisive film. I actually disagree. This is not a divisive film. The tone of this film, for you Superman comic book readers, first, you're getting a day in the life of Superman, and the film, I'll kind of talk about how the film opens. I don't want to spoil nothing. There's spoilers being talked about out there. I'm not going to touch on all that, but elements I will touch on. Day in the life of Superman, saving people, different challenges of Superman, different things going on in Superman's career. That is what you're going to see in this film. That's why I brought back up this on Twitter, Superman for all seasons. More so than All-Star Superman. All-Star Superman is more for the Lex part. That's more what that's about. Again, I'm talking to the comic book readers. But the thing is, for box office to succeed, you need more than comic book readers. You can't rely on this, right? And I'm pretty sure that's the feedback Gunn got when he did these multiple test screenings. According to what I heard, this film is on the high end of test screenings. That means 5 or more. That's what James Gunn is doing with this film. That's how serious Warner Bros. Is taking this film. We will talk about more about Warner Bros. In just a moment. But the tone, a lot of people are picking up on what I said last year. And I'm used to this. Again, I'm not here to be first about anything. I'm here to be the confirmation specialist. You put a story out there, I will check it out. What's true, what's not true about it, I'm here to report on it. And then sometimes I get stuff first. And again, OGs of my channel, of our main channel, y'all know what I've done. Last year, I was first telling people about the tone of this film. I said, and I was told this before they started filming, that they're going for Guardians 3 joke to serious ratio. I have multiple live streams talking about this. Now this channel is monetized again on the main channel, you'll be able to find some of my past streams when I talked about this. Now a lot of people are picking up on it, and it's all good. It's all good. And I'm not even here to get all the credit for all that. But what I'm saying is that I was told this last spring. And now this is the film that he shot. And now people saw the test screenings, and now they're catching up with what we was talking about a year ago. Right? What we got in the chat? Let's catch up with the chat real quick. Well, Caleb in the chat says, I have sources that say film sucks and restore the Snyder version. You new here, Caleb. You came in with the wrong language, Caleb, in the chat. You must be new. I'm just letting you know, you must be new. Caleb in the chat, the best thing you can do right now, just fall back and listen to the show. That's the best thing you could do right now. Look, this man talking about Man of Steel, bro. 12 years ago, that's why Man of Steel Henry Cavill, Zack Snyder, Man of Steel was great. Because you still talking about it. You should be talking about this film since you obviously a Gunn fan, a Gunn only fan. I'm an all DC fan. That's the difference between me and you. Meaning I liked previous versions of DC, and I'm giving this new DC a chance. Caleb in the chat. That's the difference. Hey, Caleb, I'm not even trying to scare you away when I say this. I'm gonna start having streams when I talk about the Q&A, the viewers' comments. I'm gonna start having live streams. I'm gonna make it an open panel. I want people like you to come in here when you're supposed to be talking about the current Superman. You going back 12 years ago. I hope you come in and have that conversation, but make sure you cam up because I want to know who's lying to me in my face. That's the thing. You got the wrong platform. Thinking I'm sitting there trying to compare this to anything. You got the wrong one. Maybe some Snyder fan hurt your feelings back in the day. You got the wrong platform. I'm just saying. But let me go forward. Let me go forward. I don't want to spend too much time on. Come to the open panel, Caleb. I would love to have your take on that. Let's catch up what we're saying in the chat. This man talking about Man of Steel. Like it's like what? You trying not to mention Snyder? You just mentioned Snyder, Caleb. Again, you got me mixed up with your conception of Snyder fans. I'm an all DC fan. That's the difference between me and you, obviously. All right. Let's keep this moving. So, as far as what I heard with this Superman film, again, Superman for all seasons, catching Superman in the act, his characteristics, that's what Gunn is trying to do with this film. All right. Someone had to tell me. That's the thing. You can't just jump in and know this is So Nation. I got people, they love the film, they hate the film. I'm juggling all types of viewpoints and I entertain them all, Caleb. Don't stereotype me. I know it's easy. To look at me and stereotype. I know it's easy. I'm advising you not to. We got Mr. J. Evil Super Chats are back. We got Mr. J in the chat. We talking about this Superman test screenings. We going through it. We got Gunn only fans in the chat right now. Mr. J. Gunn only fans. But just hey, Caleb, I ain't trying to be funny with you when I say this. What I'm saying, Caleb, is that in my chat, you get a mix of people, hardcore Snyder fans, all DC fans, Gunn only fans like yourself. You welcome. I ain't trying to push you away because I do want your opinion, but don't put it on me. All right. Don't put that stigma on me. That's all I'm trying to say to you, Caleb. Right. So let's get this going. Right. Let's get this going. We got Charles in the chat. What's good? All right. So as I said before, anyone that said the test screens blew people away, no, it's not true. Not true. Then you have, let's see, let's pull up the next contestant on the Summer Jam screen. All these scoopers I have beef with, but we just want to bring up the information, right? So again, the first one was over glowingly glazing, Daniel RPK. Then you had the anonymous scooper saying, "Oh, let's get those. Some may like it, some may not." Then you have My Time to Shine with the most general report. I'm going to start typing this for every reaction I have going forward. According to this account, which may be a man or a woman, says the reaction to the Superman test screening was decidedly mixed. Some people thought it was okay. Some liked it. Others didn't. Hey, let me report this to y'all. The reaction to the Captain America Brave New World test screening was decidedly mixed. Some people thought it was okay. Some liked it. Others didn't. Oh, let me give you another one. Thunderbolts, the test screening was decidedly mixed. Some people, y'all get the point, right? This is the most white bread version of a test screening report I've ever heard in my life. And this is only because I dealt with test screenings for the last couple years. My God. Let me know you don't have a story by saying you don't have a story. Okay? Get this the fuck out of here. Come on now. We don't try to fake the fun. I'm going to tell you what people told me about the Superman test screening and about what Warner Brothers is feeling about this test screening. Not this BS right here. Come on now. Come on. Let's talk about it. Let's be real about it. We got actually, hold on. Action figure. The worst Superman graphic novel I ever purchased. Bro, the story's cool. You don't like the art, action figure world. Please respond. Please respond. You don't like the art. The story's dope. The story's cool. It's quintessential Superman. You don't like the art of Tim Sale. Just let us know. I'm gonna wait a few moments. I want Action Figure World to respond to this. Okay, so thank you. Don't say the story's bad. The story's not bad. You don't like the art. He said Injustice. Injustice has low key probably as bad art, but that's Tom Taylor's best story he's ever done. Don't take that from Tom Taylor. Don't take Injustice from him. That's the best he's ever done. Come on now. So, Superman test screening. All right. As I said before, it's on the high end of test screenings. I'm sure there'll be more test screenings for this Superman film. According to what I'm hearing, it has been lukewarm every test screening. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean, right? I was told separately, Warner Brothers does not know what they have with this Superman film. They're not sure what they have. Obviously, they're hoping for the best. Obviously, they think this could be the biggest film Warner Brothers has for this year as far as box office performance. Because, I mean, you have Mickey 17 failed. Alto Nights failed. That Robert De Niro film failed. Minecraft coming out next weekend. Will that fail? I don't know. 2 weeks later, Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, Sinners is probably the only film that's going to hit because they only spent $90 million on that film. And they did grassroots marketing, meaning all you got to do is make $200 million and you made a profit with Sinners, right? That's going to be a hit. That's going to make a profit. Then after that, what do you got? You try to get through the summer with Superman and then Mortal Kombat this fall. That's the year of Warner Brothers. I think you got Conjuring. You got another film as well, horror films, low budget horror films. But making big money, your chances with Minecraft next week. They spent over $150 million. Jason Momoa, starring in the film. Jack Black. We'll see. They're trying to attach a 5-minute preview of Superman into Minecraft, at least internationally. It may come to, over here domestically. It's going to leak online. Whatever whatever preview or trailer they do, it's going to leak online. But we'll see. Minecraft, we'll see what they do. Sinners is going to make money. That's been a really good marketing campaign. I know that film can make at least $300 million. That's a profit. Mortal Kombat, we'll see. We need to see more. Now people are not a lot of people are not convinced with Johnny Cage, Carl Urban. Carl Urban, I'm gonna watch any film he's in, all right? Any project. Come on now. You can't convince, you don't have to convince me about Carl Urban. What we're saying in the chat here. Does this film need to be the best thing ever? This is what I'm here to tell you, Caleb, if that's your real name. It doesn't have to be the best film ever, and it won't be the best film ever. It won't be the best film of 2025. It won't be the best film of July 2025 because you're sandwiched between Jurassic World Rebirth, a franchise that makes $1 billion every time it comes out, and they made it better because the Chris Pratt versions was trash. Take him out, and Bryce Dallas Howard, though I have no problem with her personally, but you insert ScarJo and Mahershala Ali, you're still going to make $1 billion plus. July 4th weekend. Children love dinosaurs, families. Jurassic World Rebirth is going to crush early in July. Superman's going to do his thing and do its best. It's not going to be the best thing ever in that month alone. But I think this is a $600 million film. And that's probably all they need to make to justify that this film exists. So in a weird way, and this is what I want to tell y'all right now. I'm glad Caleb said this because this takes us to my next point. I want to tell y'all right now. According to Warner Brothers, why y'all think being a week after Jurassic World Rebirth is a knock on them, they think it's an advantage. They think kids and families will go see Jurassic World Rebirth, then the next week look and say, oh, Superman's back, and go see Superman. They don't think this is to their detriment being a week after Jurassic World Rebirth, which is probably destined to be the biggest film of this summer. There is a scenario where Jurassic World Rebirth opens up at 120 million opening weekend, second weekend do 60 million, and beat Superman's first weekend. But Warner Brothers thinks they're in a good spot. This may be the single worst spot since COVID hit. Like, to be a week after Jurassic World Rebirth. It just may be the worst scenario. But they're saying, hey, again, I'm telling you what I'm hearing about Warner Brothers. They're thinking they're in a good spot. All of us, all this year, I've been doing multiple streams, throwing this calendar up here, right? Saying, yo, Superman, probably move to June, bro. All you got is Mission Impossible 8. And I think that's the end of May. And in fact, I keep saying that. Let me make sure. Mission Impossible 8. When is that? That's the end of May. So you got all of June. That's when you probably should have put this Superman film out. But James Gunn picked this date. He said this is his dad's birthday, and he's going to ride with it. So Warner Brothers is doubling down, saying we're going to, all those kids and families that go to see Jurassic World Rebirth, they going to return the next weekend, because that's what blockbusters do. They bring people back to the box office, and they're going to say, oh, it's Superman out too. Let's go see Superman 2. We'll see. This is a gamble. I will be shocked if the long-term projection of Superman opening weekend, let's just put it out there right now. This film, I'm pretty sure they spent over $200 million for this film. I know there's different reports out there, the tax breaks and stuff they got. All I'm saying is that I was told last year when I told y'all that Superman will have the same tone as Guardians 3. Now everyone's running with this. I said this last spring. And the same time I told y'all the budget be around $200 million. So what will be the opening projection of this Superman film? But we're still a long ways away from that. We're not going to find that out until the end of June. If I'm going to guess something right now, 60 million is a pretty good number for opening weekend. And what I'm saying is that Jurassic World can do that as well. Its second weekend. That'll only be like a 50% drop. 50 to 60% drop of its opening. Jurassic World Rebirth, if it get real jiggy with it, Jurassic World Rebirth will get 200 million the first weekend. That means a 50% drop would be 90 to 100 million its second weekend. So this is a tough spot for Superman. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend. Let's catch up with the chat. I wish we got that man of all season suit. You out. Oh, you out. Minecraft flop incoming. And we're going to find out next week. It's tracking to get 40 to 50 million. If it gets 50 million, then that's going to leg it out. It's going to leg it out. Fantastic Four required viewing. Oh, no, Fantastic Four is the only film that could challenge Jurassic World Rebirth. The only film. I think Superman would do well. This all that I'm hearing with this film sounds like a $600 million film. That's what it sounds like. Now, let's talk about what I heard with this film. Let's refocus. We got the Superman audience here. Over there on the Superman channel, smash the like. Make sure you subscribe. We've been covering this Superman film through all the summer leaks of 2024 up to now. And we're going to see the performance of this film. And I'm here to tell y'all what Warner Brothers thinks of this film. Warner Brothers, they're not sure what they have with this film. This is a DC showcase. So let's hold on. Let's take this down. Hold on. I got too much going on my screen at one time. I had a ticker going on when I started. It was still saying I'm going to start soon. No one told me that was ticking the whole time. It's all good. Because I want to satisfy the Superman audience. Then we're going to transition. We're going to transition off that channel after this report. So, Superman, Warner Bros. Are not sure what they have. They think this is a DC showcase. Yes. And this was my report a couple years ago as well, too. This is a DC showcase. You're going to get, that DC world. It's kind of opening up what this DC world is. According to my first test screening report, Cornswell was kind of lost in the sauce. Now, Gunn has, either through his reshoots or pickup shots, has elevated Cornsweat back into the forefront of the film. That's what Gunn has done for this film. People think Cornsweat is good in this film. but they're just Warner Brothers. They're not entirely comfortable with how this film will lay. But as I was saying, next to Jurassic World, they're saying it could feed off that audience. So we'll see. But this is what the Superman film, again, without any spoilers, right? Because I want to satisfy the Superman crowd real quick. Let's see. Bradley Cooper. This is a story that kind of dropped out there right before I went live. So let's address this. I want to address all the Superman stuff, and then we'll go forward. There is a scene or multiple scenes with a Jor-El figure. And I will say this report here, shout out to DC Films News. I'm cool with the admins of that, at least one of them over there. They were sharing a scoop from an anonymous scooper. I don't trust any anonymous scooper, but okay. But I heard from 2 or 3 other people that corroborated actually this report. It sounds like Bradley Cooper will show up as Jor-El. I don't want to spoil everything, but let's say this. When you see a Batman film, not every time do you see Crime Alley, but the equivalent of Crime Alley is what? Superman being sent from Krypton, right? So likely that's the scenario you'll probably see in this James Gunn's film, albeit briefly, and that's when you'll see Jor-El, if this is Bradley Cooper. And then you have moments in the Fortress of Solitude, which if you Christopher Reeves fans, you see Jor-El, and then you'll probably see Bradley Cooper. So let's just kind of throw it out there as far as Jor-El. We are expecting to see some type of scene sending Kal-El to Earth. All right, I'll be honest. We understand Matt Reeves did Batman. He didn't have to show Crime Alley anymore. Zack Snyder just did it in the BVS. Christopher Nolan did it before him with Batman Begins. So Matt Reeves said, I don't got to show you Crime Alley. I don't have to show you the Waynes getting shot again. And that's what we figured. Gunn, do we got to show Kal-El being sent to Earth? I guess so. And so that's why you get the Jor-El scene in the film and possibly a Fortress of Solitude scene. And we'll kind of leave it at that. Let's catch up with the chat real quick. Hold up. I'm probably behind what the chat's saying. I'm probably behind because I ain't said too much with the Jurassic World and all this. Let's catch up with what y'all saying real quick. See, this is a good point, Mr. J. What Mr. J says right again, and Mr. J. No, I'm just a messenger. But Warner Bros. Is thinking, okay, Jurassic World Rebirth is going to crush. So Superman following up the week later, the kids and families let's go to see Superman. But just the current economy, everyone ain't trying to go to the theaters every week, bro. I wish they would have gave Jurassic World a little cushion. No, Supergirl, Doomsday, Avengers, that comes out in May. Supergirl comes out end of June. So yeah, enough time between those films. yes. I agree, Carlos. Enough time will be between those films. Marvel came out with a video of just chairs and did 20 million plus views. DC can't do that right now. Let's build up. Kevin says, if Minecraft opens to a box office projected 50 to 60 million, That's not good at all with the budget. No. 50, 60 million actually is good, Kevin. International audience also have to help the film. No, 60 million will be good only because the only way 60 million will be good, Kevin, let me caveat this. 50 to 60 is okay. But you got to have a good critical score or just somewhat critical and a good audience score. Then 60 million will be a good opening. But we're going to find out. Hey, we're going to find out next week, Kevin. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm just giving my opinion on that. Jurassic World Fantastic Four is going to take away general audience from Superman. So that's why I had this schedule up here, right? I get caught up in this every stream I do. Jurassic World is going to crush. Again, there's a chance it could do 120, 150 opening weekend. If it really catches on, if you really want to get wild, it can go 200 million opening weekend. We'll see. But Warner Brothers feels Superman will nestle in right here and attract audience. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. Okay. What do I think is going to happen? Let me insert my opinion, since people, they take my reports as what I think. Let me tell you what I feel. So Jurassic World Rebirth, crush. Second weekend will beat Superman. Superman will rebound its second weekend and have a fighting chance actually against Fantastic Four. That's my scenario. We will see. For Superman to even have a fighting chance, the critics have to like it, which they 90% chance will with the critical pass of James Gunn films. If the audience likes Superman, this is the thing. I just want to tell people, like, again, we're so caught up in what we want to happen, what we think is going to happen. What I'm saying is that if the audience likes Superman, meaning A- or better cinema score, 89% or better with Rotten Tomatoes audience score, then this film has a chance to make some money. I can say what I think. I'm going to see the film for myself and give you my opinion, but the general audience will decide if Superman does anything, right? That's where we're at. I see y'all over there on the Superman channel. We are on the main YouTube channel. Smash a like. Make sure you still subscribe. On the Superman channel, smash a like. Make sure you still subscribe. We got some reports coming up there to y'all about the latest of the Superman film. Let me know in the comments below what you're thinking about the reports. And we got more when CinemaCon comes up next week. A big week. Next week, as I keep saying, is the biggest week in this Superman film for the year. The marketing, everything. The biggest response will be, or the biggest non-response will be next week. We're going to talk about it. But that's my scenario. That it's going to have a tough opening weekend against Jurassic World, the dinosaurs, but I think it will have a chance to fend for itself if the audience likes it. That's what it's all about, folks. People like dinosaurs. I see you, Charles. Yeah, no, I think if Superman would have moved to June, I would say guaranteed Man of Steel numbers, even eclipse Man of Steel. I think it still would do 600 million. But if you had that June cushion, you would make over 700 million with this Superman film, from what I heard with the film. From what I heard from the Superman film, DC fans, if you just come in there to show up and see a DC film, a Superman, action, heart, character film, you're likely going to like this film. That's why I put up the all seasons comic, because you're going to get what Gunn is doing. Let's go and put this back up here. You're going to get what Gunn is doing if you're rocking with this comic. More so than All-Star. Again, I haven't heard anything that really tied to All-Star. More Lex Luthor and Lois, because Lois has a prominent role, I guess, in that as well. But Gunn listened to the early criticisms with the test screenings, and he is highlighting Corn Sweat more. Okay. I'm going to say this because this may be the highlight. When I clip this video, this may be the highlight right here. Let me get myself ready. So, overall, this film will feel like just a day in the life of Superman. Like, it's going to open, you'll get the quick origin shot, and then you'll see him fighting the kaiju, likely. That's likely how the film opens, okay? And then you learn later the kaiju was sent forth by Lex Luthor, right? I don't want to spoil nothing right now. You kind of already know how this film is going to go. From just if you've been following the behind the scenes stuff and everything I've been covering on the Superman channel, you kind of have an idea. I just gave you the key right there in the beginning, and then Lex, and then Ultraman. I covered the entire fight in a baseball stadium. What do you think is going to happen after that fight? That's kind of the big fight right there, right? So the question of this film is it going to be big enough? That's the question of the Superman film. Not if it's like quality or I think Corn Sweat's going to be fine. I think you're going to like the Terrifics. They're not going to be that prominent in the third act of the film. They're going to be ornaments. This is a DC showcase. I told y'all this 2 years ago. But it appears Gunn maybe setting up a little thing at the end of this film. And not to spoil anything. But I'm going to just present a question to the chat. And then we're going to transition away from the Superman stuff and the Superman channel. If you're on the Superman channel, come over to the main YouTube channel or on Twitter, because we're going to cut the feed to the Superman channel in just a moment. But Gunn is setting up. I think the villain you probably expect him to set up, right? Let me catch up with the chat. Guys, I done said too much, and I don't know if the chat's caught up with what I'm saying. Let me see. Let me catch up. Let's catch up what we're saying. But I'm just saying, if you've been following my Superman channel this past summer, you have the entire story of Superman. I presented to you the entire, you have the entire plot. And at the end, I think you kind of know how things go at the end at this point of these superhero films. And I think you know who he will be setting up for the next villain. So it's like, I don't have to say nothing at this point. Let's catch up with the chat. Let's see. See, reshoots worry me. How you reboot Superman, not front and center. So yeah, so James, that's what I'm saying. Because what I heard early on, the focus of Superman probably was an issue. Gunn apparently has fixed that, where Corn Sweat is front and center. More like the supporting cast, when you get to the third act, they are to the side. So I'm going to give Gunn credit with that. I think he fixed that, or that's what it always has been. I don't know. When you get to the third act, Superman is the focus. I can't speak to the first and second act, right? Just by the time you get to the end of the film, Superman is the focus. I'm going to give him that credit with that. So I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about the focus of the film. It's the scale. That's if you're going to be worried about this Superman film, you're saying this picture I keep pulling up. This the only reason why you should be worried about this film is like, dang, like can it hang with Jurassic World Rebirth and then Fantastic Four, which may have RDJ pop up at the end? If they even hint towards that film's gonna do $2 billion, like that's the scale of the Superman film is the only worry. I don't even think quality is an issue. I don't even think tone's an issue. It's the scale of the film where you just show up like, oh, it's like a whole hum film. That's just what it has felt so far. But we'll see, right? We'll see how it stacks up when we see the final product, right? That's where we're at. All right, let's catch up. Because, again, I was supposed to catch up with the chat before I said too much more. And then this got crazy. Yeah, again, I heard from 3 different sources. Bradley Cooper, I guess, is Jor-El. He's not going to have a big role. I'm going to just say that. I'm just going to say that. He's not going to have the Russell Crowe type thing. No. It'll be very brief. Sending Kal-El to Earth and then like a Fortress of Solitude scene if they keep that, right? Let's catch up. Let's see. I'm supposed to catch up with y'all before I said too much. I done said too much. And let me catch up with the chat. Let's see. They're going to settle the lawsuit. JC, they're going to settle the lawsuit. They're going to, before the film comes out. Don't even worry about that. Let's see. I know I was supposed to call with y'all before I went into too much information. It got kind of wild. Recent screening better than the first? Yes. So I covered the first screening and I put this on the Superman channel. And let me kind of wrap this up for the Superman channel. Again, if you're over there on Superman channel, come over to the main stream. Come over here to the main sylabdul podcast or on Twitter. The first test screening, Corn Sweat was kind of lost in the sauce, as they say. And then after reshoots and pickup shots, Corn Sweat, by the time you get to the third act, it's about Superman. That's what I heard directly. Third act is totally about Superman, and everyone is supporting him. First act, second act, we'll see, right? I mean, you got to introduce these characters. Mr. Terrific, Eddie Gakaji is a pretty good presence in the film as Mr. Terrific. And that's great. As a DC fan, live action Mr. Terrific and being taken seriously, I'm looking forward to that. Lex and Lois is great. Lex, they may have cut some of the Lex because he probably overpowered Superman as far as just personality. So we'll see. But third act, it's about Superman. It's about Superman. I can assure you of that. And that's when Corn Sweat shines. And I'm going to get, again, credit where it's due. Gunn may have pulled that one off right there. Let's see. Yeah, Caleb, you just want some attention, right? Yeah. Not surprised. Hey, the villain that you think Gunn is setting up, I'm just telling you, most likely that's the villain that he's setting up. Who if you have the first Superman film with Lex Luthor creating a kaiju and Ultraman, where do you go from there? You already know who Gunn is setting up, right? You already know. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell you because I don't have to spoil that. A. Sear says, I'm a hardcore DC fan. If God is good and the universe is loyal, this movie will be a polished. Hey, first off, hey, I respect your opinion. We will see. We will see how this film ends up, but we're going to give you that drop. Super Chats is back. Shout out to YouTube working that out. Main YouTube channel, Super Chats, Superman channel. If you're on the Superman channel and you don't plan to come over to the main channel, throw your comments and questions in the chat right now because we're going to phase out of the Superman conversation in just a few minutes. So throw this in the chat. We'll address that. We're going to kind of, phase off that channel for this live. We're going to go into the DeLuca Abdy story that's out there. We're going to do that on the main channel, right? So let's catch up with the chat here. Appreciate your support, bro. Let's see. You already know that I'm not going to say if you're right or wrong about the villain. You know the villain that Gunn is setting up. It is the natural progression of this story, all right? That's too easy. The villain they set up is too easy. All right, let's see. Let's see if there's any comments from the Superman channel because we're going to phase y'all out. Y'all come on over. Come on over to the main channel. I want y'all to hear about that test screening. I want y'all to hear about that third act. That's very Superman-y, like the Corn Sweat. They think they got him. They think they got it with that third act of Corn Sweat in the Superman film. And they managed to allow the supporting cast to kind of stay out of his way in that third act. Again, first act, second act, I don't know. We'll see. But this will end up being a very Superman story. Like Superman is going to solve the problem at the end. And the final battle is what you think it is. Like it is. I hate to put it like this, but it's like you saw the main parts of the film this past summer. I've covered everything. And that is the film that you're getting. It is will the general audience rock with it? I pretty much know the whole story at this point. And I presented a lot to that to y'all. And that's why I say with this comic here, for all seasons, that's a big part of the character of Superman. The test screenings are Warner Bros. Is measured, saying what do we really have here? Because the film is kind of what it is. As a DC fan, I think DC fans are going to like that. Let's before I phase out the Superman channel. I think the DC fans are going to like this. I'm going to be quite honest with y'all. I think they're going to like, the extra members. Crypto has a hero moment. I didn't hear anything about a Bizarro moment. I'm just going to throw it out there. I hear nothing about a Bizarro moment. The big battle is what you think it is, right? What else? Like I said, Crypto has a hero moment. So that's, for the crypto fans out there. I think crypto fans will be very happy with this film, actually. But if you followed the behind the scenes of this film, you know this entire film already. And it's not a downer. That's not a downer to people that's like, if you're for this film, you're gonna get that action that you saw this past summer. That's what you're getting. And then it's gonna set up a pretty big character. That's what it's leaning towards. So that's what we got. Any questions or comments about the Superman film specifically? I want to address this, and then we're going to transition off of Superman. All right. Let's see. It's not Doomsday. I'll just tell you, it's not Doomsday. let me just tell you that. No, the suit is the suit. This is the suit. All indications, this is the suit that you're getting. He may have a change of the same suit. Like, you get the suit gets dirty, you get to put another one on. This is the suit, y'all. Yeah. Let's just make that clear. Now, it does appear, let's say if he shows up in Supergirl, I think he'll have some modification to the suit. Again, the villain they're set. I'm not going to answer. You know the villain they're setting up. Don't even second guess. It. You know the villain they're setting up. I just don't want to say it publicly. Let's see. Let me catch up. What we saying? Again, I'm catching up with any Superman comments. Any questions about the Superman test screenings? Again, Warner Brothers, they're just not sure. It's like this film, it's not like world ending. It's not, it's not like Avengers level. I mean, Metropolis level, because you're opening up this DCU world, so you can't make this cataclysmic Avengers level. So this is a contained Metropolis story. There's a brief conflict, but then it's about Metropolis. And that's where the story is at. And the people that Superman's fighting, you already know. And as I said, like once that's settled, you have a good idea where you go next. And if Gunn does that film, and this is speculation territory, if Gunn goes that level, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting what he does with that level. I think that could be a Superman solo. This is what I'll say. This is what I'll say. Because there's been a lot of talk that Gunn is already writing the follow-up to the Superman film. I think that could be another Superman solo film with some co-stars, just like he's doing this first film. That doesn't sound like a Batman Superman film. Nah, the villain that he likely would do, that's not about Batman. That's a Superman story. Now what do we say? 8-year. It was an 8-year arc or was it 6-year? 6-year plan. Dang, what did he say? He said recently what the plan is. Let me see. Is it a 6-year plan? Yeah, 2031 Justice League New Frontier crossover. Again, this is early development ideas. It started at 10-year, then went to 8-year. Now it's a 6-year plan. That's when you have the Justice League, Batman, and everyone. The follow-up to this Superman story, that's not a Batman story. It will be a Superman story. And again, the villain that he will use for that, right? I don't even gotta say it. It's not Bizarro. It's not Doomsday. Mr. Mistilic, no. I thought he'd be in this film. That was an early draft of this film. It was supposed to have Mixie in it, and I don't know if he's in it though. Like, so is that an L? How's the score overall? That's a good question. The test screenings, it's been all like average. No one's been blown away by any of these test screenings. And again, Warner Bros. Is like very measured. Like they're not 100% sure what they have with this film. There was no standing ovations like BVS, right? They did test screenings with just Warner Bros. Execs. No standing ovation. It's just, this is a day in the life of Superman. And maybe that's all we need, because this is a start of a universe. This isn't a world-ending story. This is, Metropolis is in trouble, and Lex is throwing stuff at Superman. That's what this story is. And that's probably all we need, right? See, there's different angles to this. There's people that's like, you traded in Henry Cavill, Man of Steel 2, world-ending type things for a smaller story. That's what they did. That's what you're getting. Now, with that smaller story, as a DC fan, will you be satisfied with Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, Superman fighting the kaiju, the machinations of Lex Luthor? That's what this story is. That's what you're getting. I think it's actually going to turn out okay, but it's not like world-ending levels. That's not what it is. What we got? We're going to talk about DeLuca Abdy in just a moment. Well, I'll say this: there's a lot of stories out there about the test screenings. I kind of wonder the motivations of some of these stories. I'm just gonna say I can't confirm or deny that people laughed at his suit, but that is his suit. Like, any thoughts that he's gonna change his suit or upgrade? No, this is the suit. Okay, like that is what it is, y'all. Let's see. Any more Superman questions or comments? Then again, we're going to transition out of the Superman channel. And if you're over there on the Superman channel, make sure you subscribe, smash the like. We're going to have more updates coming over there. Appreciate y'all's support. No one's blown away. Yeah, it's average. It's all average. No one's blown away. Mr. J still wants a new suit. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening. Yeah, hey, that was the main thing I asked, Jay. That's the main thing I asked. Was is this man getting another suit? It may be to a point where his suit gets dirty. He gets to change the suit. It's the same suit. It's the same style. This is his suit, y'all. I'm just saying. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's see. Let's catch up. Then we're going to transition. We got an article to talk about. DeLuca Abdy. DeLuca Abdy is fighting back. Well, at least Abdy is. Pam Abdy. We're going to talk about it on the main podcast channel and on Twitter. Every DC character will be in Superman L. James Gunn, main bad guy, will be like all other movies. No. The main bad guy, you see the main bad guy in the trailer. It's gonna be an action third act. Like, I'm just to let you know. This ain't like some, yeah. Mr. Terrific. So the standouts of the first test screening was Lex, Lois, Mr. Terrific. Now that Gunn has had a chance to kind of adjust it, it'll probably be more Lois, Lex. Actually, it'll probably more Lois, Lex, Superman, Mr. Terrific on the same level. So he kind of elevated, kind of put Lex down a little bit. I think Nicholas Hoult probably killed his first take. I'm just going to throw it out there. Nicholas Hoult ate up this film, and they probably had to kind of temper him. And I mean, that's not spoiling saying like you're going to see more of him, right? Like that's not spoiling anything, right? Like Nicholas Hoult is great in this film, and he's going to be a presence in the DCU, right? I don't think that's spoiling anything. It's Lex Luthor. Come on. You know, take out Lex Luthor the first film. Come on. I don't. That's not a spoiler. I'm just going to say it. I'm not expecting nothing Batman. I'm not expecting nothing like that, y'all. Lex is the main mastermind of the film. Gunn wasn't lying when he said that. In the trailer, you see the main person Superman's going to fight. Big cameo. I don't know. I mean, it depends on the source of that, Zane. It depends on the source. Who's saying there's a big cameo? Can I say, is everyone expecting Supergirl to show up? Right? The Jor-El angle was out there. That's like an early scene. And can it be someone else on top of that? I don't think it wasn't shown in the screeners yet, right? So this talk of a bigger Supergirl was a cameo everyone's expecting. Is it more than that? Then I have an idea who that could be, but the screeners haven't saw it yet. They haven't saw this big cameo that people was talking about. So let's see. The big cameo is George Clooney. Yeah, Snyderverse ain't dead. Who's saying Snyderverse dead? All right, cool stuff with that. So we're caught up with the Superman conversation. We're going to transition to the Warner Brothers, the DeLuca Abdy information, right? So shout out to those who, again, watch us through the Superman channel. We're going to transition out of that channel. Again, if you're over there on the Superman channel, come on over to the main podcast channel or on Twitter as well. Just a brief musical break, and then we'll be back with the DeLuca Abdy story overall. So we'll talk about that. Warner Brothers. When Warner Brothers messes up, that's what we're doing. One moment. in the next phase of this stream. We are on the main podcast channel, sylabdul Podcast. Monetized again. We're back monetized over here. I tell you, it's been a crazy couple months dealing with YouTube, but we are back monetized. Shout out to those who's been supporting the platform, who's been supporting the Patreon. All my scoops and exclusives, comic books, sci-fi, geek stuff. That's all on the Patreon, link in the description. I just dropped a story about The Boys. I got some other stories. I got to drop probably tomorrow. I'll probably drop some more stuff with the patrons. Just whatever I'm hearing, scoops. On the YouTube channel, it's going to be exclusive videos. It's going to be early access. We're looking forward to whatever comes of Zack Snyder's relationship with the Saudis, with Netflix, whatever Zack is doing with Warner Brothers. He's back with Warner Brothers in some capacity for the 300 prequel. We're keeping our eyes on everything. And being a member, starting just at $1.99 a month, you'll become a member and you will get any updates I hear in the early access there as well. So much appreciated to those who's been rocking with this. We still here. Shout out to Jovic. Let's see. I think CY's probably talking to somebody else. I want to highlight real quick Richard Citron, the greatest stuntman ever, one of the greatest Batman ever. We're gonna give him that credit as a stuntman. I put out a clip of the Batman warehouse scene during BVS Day, March 25th, the anniversary of BVS release in 2016. And Richard Citron gave us some love, much love to Richard Citron. So we're going to get to this article that dropped before the break. You said Snyderverse ain't dead. Yeah, Snyderverse is not dead. See, what are we talking about? So you think the Snyderverse is dead? See, why is that what you're saying? I don't even know what you're saying now. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I don't know what you're saying. But no, just to make it simple, no. Zack will do DC again. So the Snyderverse is not dead to me. So we're going to talk about this article. DeLuca Abdy, at least Pam Abdy, is fighting back against what's being said with her situation and Mike DeLuca's with Warner Brothers. Are their jobs on the line? We're going to talk about that. But then also, too, just to throw this up here real quick. Not this, but this. There was a report that WBD is raising a Looney Tunes building, the very building that housed the Looney Tune productions for Warner Brothers all these years. And because they're cutting back on kids and family productions, Warner Brothers Discovery is, and especially on Max, they're cutting back overall because they sold that Looney Tunes film, at least the distribution, to CashApp Entertainment for the day the earth blew up. And that's making money. That's making a profit. And then they're closing the sale for Coyote versus Acme to CashApp Entertainment for $50 million. I'm telling you right now, when CashApp Entertainment releases this film next year, Coyote versus Acme, that film is going to do multiple hundreds of millions of dollars. They're going to make an instant profit on that Looney Tunes animated film. It just Zaslav doesn't see a market with kids and family. He just doesn't. Now, again, he's still making money. So that's the thing. It's like people take that, though, and they're thinking like, oh, Zaslav is stupid. And he probably is, but He's still making money. He's still making money off of this stuff. So I just want to let y'all know. But I think, and this is my opinion, it is a mistake of Warner Brothers not releasing Coyote versus Acme. I think the streets wanted that next Roger Rabbit. That's what this is. Coyote versus Acme is the next Roger Rabbit. Warner Brothers has it. They has a shot. They have the film complete, and they don't want to release it. They have it right there in their palms to release it, and they're going to sell all the rights because according to their numbers and their analytics, they don't think they can make money off of it. But CashApp Entertainment is showing you right now, Looney Tunes is still hot. Kids and families, man, that's where the money is at. That's where the real, that's where you get a lot of money, when you get the kids and families involved, because that's repeat viewership. That's how Mufasa, I saw leading up to the Mufasa film, everyone was doubting that film. Even I was. And you got the kids and families online with Mufasa. It's made over 700 million globally. It's made a profit. And you have something, and again, it's not even comparable. Coyote versus Acme is Roger Rabbit level. Animated mixed with humans. That whole concept. Kids love stuff like that, man. And adults will like it too. And hey, as Zaslav said, nah. Nah. Making money ain't the same as making profit. It's about the audience, man. That's what it's all about now. It's just, what do the people want? And judging off of, again, people, they look at Snow White like, oh, people don't want. No, Snow White is a mid film. I saw it for Gal Gadot. I think Gal Gadot's the best part of the film. Rachel Ziegler is okay. She's good. She's good in it. It gets kind of dead in the middle of the film. So it's kind of a meh film to me. Mufasa has some juice for people. I think Coyote vs. Acme will have enough juice that you could have ran a good campaign, a good marketing campaign for the next Roger Rabbit. And so I think it's a missed opportunity overall. Yeah, no, they missed out on the merchandising because CashApp Entertainment is going to be able to promote and sell T-shirts about Coyote vs. Acme and the other Looney Tunes film they have. So yeah, they missed out for sure. Warner Brothers is going to get a flat rate, and they're done. Looney Tunes brands forever classic. Yeah, you don't ever, push aside the Looney Tunes brand. I agree. Zaslav is wild. It's a wild name. Good stuff. Let's get to this article. It's a little story. The latest DeLuca Abdy article, calling for their jobs or nah? Interesting. Now, about a month ago on this main YouTube channel, we talked about that smear article, that hit piece that came at DeLuca Abdy, calling for their jobs, leaked their contract information. Like that article was so messy, and we talked about it all live with y'all. And this is the rebuttal, actually. People thought when they saw this headline that this was another hit piece against DeLuca Abdy. It says, Mike DeLuca, Pam Abdy under fire at Warner Brothers amid box office flops. We didn't want to fail, says David Zaslav. Exclusive. This is what was this, Variety? Or Deadline? It doesn't matter. They're all the same. But this is the wrinkle to this article. You got Pam Abdy quotes in this article. And this article is so interesting on multiple platforms, just multiple angles, because it is kind of confirming what we talked about last month, that yes, their jobs are on the line, but they're trying to put out there, they got some heat coming. But it's going to be made very clear what are their wins and what aren't their wins. We're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into this. We got Maria in the chat. Snow White was trash. Original Snow White story was fine. The way it was making changes for political reasons deserves all the hate. I mean, just a little bit. I don't know. Maria's at a 10. Let's bring her to a 7. But I think Snow White was okay. It was just an okay film. It wasn't actually. The film is not a 7. The film I rated it as a 2.99 out of 5. So it's not a good film. It's a watchable film. I think the kids will like the dwarves. I think the kids will like Rachel Ziegler. I think she's good in the film. And Gal, she hams it up as a villain. I mean, it's the prince, whoever that dude is, he's like the worst part of the film. That doofus they put in there. He's a loser. That kind of killed the film to me, the dude. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. So let's get into this article here. All right. We're digging in. Shout out to y'all earlier that caught that Superman report we put out there. Some interesting stuff with that film. If you're catching this stream in the middle of it, go back to the beginning. We had a pretty good Superman report. All these rumors out there, we addressed it all. Says DeLuca in 2023 in Vegas said, we'll try to keep this job for more than 2 years. 2 years later, his job is on the line. He was at CinemaCon. CinemaCon's next week. Very big week for DC. See, this is a funny thing how this flip-flops. It's been a tough year for Warner Brothers. Mickey 17 flopped with Robert Pattinson. Bong Joon-ho, director of Parasite, that film has flopped. They spent $120 million. After a month, they crossed $100 million box office worldwide, meaning you lost money. Alto Nights with Robert De Niro. They spent $40 million to make that film. They only made $5 million opening weekend. That's probably one of the biggest flops I've ever seen in my life. Up next is Minecraft. So DeLuca Abdy, that article I talked about last month, they said, Zaza made sure he put it out there. When they F up this spring, it's on DeLuca and Abdy. Message loud and clear. Now Abdy is fighting back. And that's what this article is about. Let's get into it. Nobody likes Snow White? Hey, my rating is what it is. I didn't give it a high rating. I think the kids will like it. All right. Under DeLuca and Abdy, watch. Warner Bros. Had 2023's monster hit Barbie, which was technically greenlit under the regime predecessor Toby Emmerich, because they're giving Emmerich the W with Barbie. This is a cold game, man. Oh, my goodness. I wish they give someone else my W. Sheesh. That's rough. The studio has been hurting as its film slate for 2024 crashed and burned last year. So far, 2025, a pair of movies about doppelgangers with Mickey 17, Alto Knights, are struggling. They will set the studio back at least 110 million in losses. Mostly Mickey 17, but just the Alto Knights, my goodness, like that. Again, this is one of the biggest flops I've ever seen in real time. Just covering film. You spent $40 million on the film. You make $3 million domestically opening weekend. Dang. You can't recover. See, this, I want to set the precedence for people. When you open up the box office is worldwide, okay? When you drop a film, you want to hit domestically first. Here in the States, the United States of America, you want to hit as best as possible here. And then when you do hit, you hope you hold at least 50 to 60 million, 50 to 60% the second weekend, the following weekend when you drop a film. Here in the States. When you open here in the States and you spent $40 million to make your film, probably 5 to 10 to market it, and you open up at 3 million. What's the formula? The second weekend, 50 to 60 million. What's half of 3 million? Okay, they lost money. Okay, I ain't gotta explain that anymore. That was a total flop. Alto Knights, my God, unreal. So it's DeLuca Abdy's fault that Zaslav has no idea what he's doing. Hey, it's a cold game, Jovic. This is just what it is. You gotta blame someone, and he's putting this blame on DeLuca Abdy. And I will say this, and we'll get into the Saffron part of this. If you fire, or not even fire, if you don't renew the contracts of DeLuca Abdy, their contracts run out next summer. Zaslav is notorious. He just waits till your contract runs out. If he lets their contract run out next summer and put in Saffron, then he don't have to worry about it. If he has to sell Warner Brothers or parts of Warner Brothers, DC, or break up the company, that's the best scenario for Zaslav. So I think it's more than likely he's going to let DeLuca and Abdy's contractors run out. That's what it sounds like. It's not about replacing no one. It's not about doing anything. It just, yeah, go ahead, Saffron, run this office until we sell. That's what this is. That's wild, Jake, because he's blaming DeLuca and Abdy for that. Cold game. Cold world. It says, until this month, DeLuca and Abdy hadn't seemed as concerned with the balance sheet. It talks about their career. They're risk takers. They take big swings. That's why Zaslav hired them. But Zaslav has an impatient management style. He's focused on the bottom line. And I'm going to give Zaslav credit. He is paying down that debt. They started out at $50 billion. They cut it in half in a couple years. I give him that credit. But outside of Barbie, what hit did you have? They're hoping Superman. Superman's not going to be your hit. Superman's going to probably do okay, but it's not going to be your big hit. If it's just Barbie, man, just pack this up and sell this, man. That's all I'm saying. Rumor mill has gone into overdrive. The town has whispered that Peter Safran, co-chairman of WB's DC Films with James Gunn, could possibly inherit control of all Warner Brothers if things continue to go south. Now, what is it going to take for things to go south? Zaslav, very strategic, put out that story a month ago to put the blame on DeLuca and Abdy. before Mickey 17 dropped. After that article dropped, Mickey 17 comes out, flops. Alto Night flops. Minecraft next weekend, will it flop? 150 million budget. Early projections 40 to 50 million. If it does less than that, another flop. He's putting this all on DeLuca and Abdy, folks. That's what's going on. The writing has been on the wall. Dune 2 was a hit, Chris, but that article I covered last month, Dune was a previous regime green light, meaning that wasn't DeLuca Abdy's W. That's what that means. Wonka wasn't a W. Aquaman 2, but though that wasn't a big hit, wasn't their W. But the losses, Joker 2, Mickey 17, etc., that's on DeLuca Abdy. We got Jules in the chat. Wait, hold up. What channel are you on? Hold up now. I'm trying to understand why Jules ain't a mod. I'm trying to understand. Like, Jules is like the homie for real. So what are we doing? What are we doing out here? All right. I had to rectify that. That just bothered me. That bothered me. That was an eyesore. But so all this pressure, all this has been put on DeLuca and Abdy. I was all go, yeah, usually Jules, you on Twitter. That's why I was like, because usually I see you on Twitter and it's like, it's all good. You come over to YouTube. I'm like, wait a minute. We didn't wrench her up? Like, what's going on here? I got standards here, all right? So, it's all on them. As it says, while the studio counted the win last year, Beetlejuice, DeLuca Abdy had to weather bad press swirling Furiosa, Jury Number 2, that Clint Eastwood film, which went to streaming following a token release in theaters. Dang, that's a L. None of those titles, however, bombed as severely as Todd Phillips' Joker Folly I Do. I'm sure Maria likes this part. A film they greenlit to blatant audience rejection and critical revolt. Now, that's a little extra. You motherfuckers, y'all out there revolting over films, calm the hell down, okay? You didn't like a film, okay. You're going to revolt, bro? Come on, chill. Thank you, Amari. Chill. Chill out. The mountain pressure has been corrosive for DeLuca Abdy and their team, sources say, creating what one Warner Bros. Insider describes as a swirling fiasco of tension. This is new. Within the motion picture group, some high-level individuals with knowledge of DeLuca and Abdy said their decades-long relationship has been tested. As they advocate for projects and manage the expectations of Zaslav. This is a divide and conquer technique. This is what this is. Now, the difference with this article is that Abdy has some quotes to fight back, against these reports. That's wild. Yeah, Jack. Joker 2 was actually greenlit before DeLuca and Abdy was hired. I covered that in real time. Now, they got behind it, yes. But that wasn't their initial call. That was actually Zaslav's call. But you see how slickly he puts this on DeLuca and Abdy. That's what I said last month. It's a cold game. It's now on DeLuca and Abdy. Unreal. They talk about this Paul Thomas Anderson thriller with Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't even want to spend too much time talking about that film. It's just that it's pushbacks about the creative decisions for those films. But just be quite real, if DeLuca and Abdy, if they don't survive this spring, and we'll kind of talk about summer and fall, we ain't got to talk about the 2026 films that they're trying to do. Got The Bride of Frankenstein with Maggie Gyllenhaal. Okay, we'll see if they even still have a job. They will, because it's spring. Their contract's going to run out in summer of next year. So they'll be there for that film, and then they'll probably gracefully bow out. So some date changes with the film. I'm not even worried about all those stories with that. But when asked by Variety, Abdy pushed back on the notion that she and DeLuca had turned on each other, because these are the reports now. This is divide and conquer. I've been through this with groups I've been with and tandems I've been with. You want to divide. You want to sow in seeds of discontent. This is the next step. They're saying y'all bombing with all these film decisions. Now, y'all don't even rock with each other. DeLuca Abdy, they've been rocking with each other, as I said, for 30 years. Now it's now it's beef. Come on, Warner Brothers again. This company is the most backstabbiest, snitchiest companies I've ever come across. Anyone that rocks with Warner Brothers, I don't want you on my circle, bro, because all y'all do is talk behind people's back. I push out people who rocks like that in my crew. My God, Warner Brothers as a massive, the second biggest studio in the world. All your execs keep snitching on each other. We keep getting these stories every single quarter. Y'all sitting there backstabbing DeLuca and Abdy last month, saying they're making bad decisions. Now y'all leaking out stories within Warner Brothers that they ain't rocking with each other no more. This is the snitchiest shit I ever seen, bro. I can't rock with people who talk behind people's backs so much, man. It is so trash. And it's like, yo, I get it. It's content anytime these stories come out, but how many streams have y'all seen me do talking about Warner Brothers snitching on their own? It is ridiculous at this point, man. And all they're going to do is scapegoat DeLuca and Abdy until summer of 2026. And their contract's going to run out and Safran's going to take over. And then if they decide to sell, then they will sell at that point. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. It's where we at. Yeah, Jules. This is the most toxic company I've ever covered in my life, bro. Like, just the backstabbing is ridiculous, bro. And it reaches public like this. So Abdy had to comment, like, this is some bullshit. Like, how do you, as an exec, you're being faced with, I'm hearing y'all ain't fucking with each other. So Abdy pushes back and says, yo, it's impossible to me, she says. DeLuca, then DeLuca comments too. I didn't know DeLuca had comments too. I thought it was just Abdy. DeLuca says, yo, it goes back over 30 years and exists outside the business. We are ride or die. That's what DeLuca said. I ain't gonna go any further with that. I ain't trying to be funny. But no, that's cool. DeLuca, I thought it was just Abdy commenting. Okay. It says both denied open hostility with their teams via email or otherwise. Abdy says she and DeLuca, present as is, we're from Jersey. Where the Jersey people at? Some people in the comment. And Brooklyn, spirited and passionate leaders. There haven't been aggressive conversations or emails. It's all about what's going to be best for the movie. Translation: there has been aggressive conversations. I don't want to call cap right here, but yes, there has been aggressive conversations and emails. I'm not gonna let them get away with that one. All right, I love DeLuca and Abdy, but y'all know the heat's been up. The heat's been turned up within Warner Brothers. And reports is y'all been out there shouting about your marketing team. Y'all fired the Barbie marketing guy. And then that marketing guy who took over for him snitched on y'all because of the Superman marketing. That's how that story got out there about DeLuca and Abdy last month. And Zaslav, again, pushed that out there. So let's just kind of keep that real. There has been beef in there. I'm not mad at the beef. I'm mad that people around y'all are talking. Like everyone y'all think y'all cool with or y'all not cool with. That's what I'm saying. F them. F the people around y'all that's snitching. That's all I'm saying, bro. Hey, if it's a blow up, it's a blow up. I have disagreements with people I'm cool with all the time, man. It don't gotta be broadcast. That's the problem with Warner Brothers. Like Bill said, they're just keeping it real. It's just, that's a Jersey. You know, y'all know they shouting in the office. But we ain't gotta hear about that. But if you go put it up there, we're gonna read it and we're gonna talk about it, but we ain't have to hear about that. Crazy. It is what it is. We got the executive VP of worldwide marketing at Warner's, Dana Nussbaum, says, I've seen my share of different leaders. I haven't seen any open infighting in past months. We felt incredibly supportive by Mike and Pam. We have been leaned in and transparent leaders. No. It's been passionate, y'all. Come on. Let's not. I'm not gonna give y'all that one. It's been some. Y'all have flops, okay? Like of all content creators, I've been the biggest supporter of Mike and Pam, DeLuca Abdy. I was in the face of Zack Snyder and Deborah Snyder, and I said, "Yo, we had a whole conversation about Mike and Pam." And how they cool people and they rock with the Snyderverse. Again, that was all off camera, but Zach and Deborah Snyder, big ups, Mike and Pam. So I rock with that. But let's keep it real. Y'all had a couple L's in a row right now. And it got under your collar a little bit and it got a little loud, Jersey style. All right? That's okay. It's okay. I'm not even mad. I'm not mad at that. But going forward, what we going to do? That's what we're going to talk about. Jules, I mean, hey, to the rest of the world, Jules, like y'all, maybe y'all a little aggressive. It's all good. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? If you can handle it, you can handle it. All right? That's all. Everybody can't handle that, Jules. That's all it is. Everybody can't handle that. I'm good. Maria says Barbie was a monster success. Yeah. see, I shouldn't have gave you shit, Jules. You give them an inch. These Jersey motherfuckers take a mile. Maria says Barbie was a monster success. How they fired a Barbie marketing team. Money, creative decisions. It was a bad move. I agree, Maria. It was a bad move to fire them. And that turned up the heat for Warner Brothers. It's like you made Barbie a global success. You should have gave that man a raise, not fire him. Like, so that was a bad move. I agree. So after those, because again, hey, a win is a win, a L is a L. Mickey 17 and Alto Knights, I just showed y'all the numbers. L, this falls all on DeLuca Abdy. That's why they yelling at each other in the office, okay? So what's next? Minecraft. Early tracking for Minecraft with Jack Black and Jason Momoa suggests it could resonate. It's some hope. It's no Super Mario Brothers, though. Minecraft is a game, right? I don't really play it that much. Gen Z, millennials probably like that. Abdy and DeLuca are particularly bullish on Sinners. Now, that's the one right there, but it ain't a box office blockbuster. That's their problem with Sinners. Like, yeah, you got Ryan Coogler, who made Black Panther, the $1 billion film, but then you're doing a small niche film, Sinners, which is going to make his money, They only spent $90 million in production for Sinners. Grassroots marketing. They're going to make a profit when they hit 200 million with Sinners, right? That's going to be a win, but it's not big enough, right? That's what DeLuca and Abdy is dealing with right now. You got, let's see. Yeah, we'll go past that. Travis L, what's good? Charles, we already talked about the Superman stuff earlier, so you got to rewind to the beginning. Also, I got it on the Superman channel. But I put out the full report. An interesting tease. It sounds like Gunn is setting up in the film. That I said that earlier. I ain't gonna retrack it. Let's see. Jack says, to be honest, if there wasn't any passion arguments about business, I would be nervous. Yeah. No, I mean, hey, their back is against the wall. Again, I'm just going off this recent string of films. Mickey 17, Alto Nights, L, Minecraft next weekend. Yeah, the heat should be turned up. Like, let's market the F out of this film, this Minecraft, and make it the biggest hit ever. Let's turn a profit. You know, at this point, who cares if the film is good or not? We got to make a profit. You know, who needs this film? Who wants this film, Minecraft? Let's market this to them. If it's Gen Zers, millennials, whoever likes the game, whatever. Let's market this film and make some money. Early tracking, I think they'll probably talk about it. It's probably like 50, 60 million. Let's flip a profit, move on. We know Sinners is going to win. Sinners, this is the best marketing because, I mean, they spent next to nothing. They're just selling it as a Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan film. That's going to make its money just off of that and word of mouth, right? All these other films don't have that luxury. You don't have that type of power behind it, you know. And Minecraft, they probably spent too much on it. That's all it is. It'll be okay, but no blockbuster. Yeah, like I said, 200 million. Like, yeah, they get the 250, 300. They throwing, you know what I'm saying? They making it rain. Jules, when they get to 200 million, they're like, oh, we made like 100 million off of that. That's what it is. Wrestling's been promoting Minecraft. Yeah, so again, they got their target audience. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's why DeLuca Abdy saying, hey, we got a chance to make some money. Hey, do whatever you got to. Find your audience, make your money. I don't think a lot of adults will rock with that. I think it's like teens to like, you know, early 20s type thing. And if they like it, I don't know if it's going to keep spiking on me. If it keeps spiking, we'll end this in a few minutes, but we'll rock with it right now. Your son thinks Minecraft looks stupid. Fernando, if you don't mind me asking, how old is that? Is your son a teenager? I'm curious. I haven't really digged up any data with Minecraft. I'm just going off of the numbers they're broadcasting. They're saying like, yo, you know, we're confident we got the audience. I'm like, I don't know who is the audience for Minecraft. I don't know. I'm just hoping they get a win at this point. Like, I'm really, you know, I think Sinners would be cool. Minecraft, I don't know. Minecraft is next week. Kids switched over to Roblox. He's a teenager. He thinks that looks stupid. Dang, that's tough. Maybe it's a preteen thing. Robert says his son, 9 years old, wants to see it. This is tough, man, because you need, Robert, you gonna take your kid to see Minecraft? Because it's gonna take families probably to make that a success. I figure if you get like teenagers to like early teenagers, 20s, then they could take themselves. But if you got like kids, you need the families to go see it. Robert says no. He says no. What? Speedy said no. Somebody. That's wild, bro. Yeah, nah. We ain't taking our kids to see this shit. Oh man. Yeah, we all seen Sinners. Yeah. I think everyone that's like a cinephile, that's like a part of, this community of film viewers, we're all going to see Sinners. That's going to be the one right there. It's not going to be a big blockbuster, but it's going to make its money back for sure and more. That's wild. We ain't get no Minecraft love. It says DeLuca Abdy denied any friction there and reiterated they work as a team on all projects. Though they yell at each other in Jersey tones, those inside Warner Bros. Were also adamant that both projects were meant for the widest possible audiences, shot on IMAX cameras. I don't trust any sources from Warner Brothers directly. The best Warner Brothers sources are people who are like anonymous, because the public Warner Brothers sources, they always lie. Just saying. Let's see. There's another paragraph. I want to get to a paragraph here. It's a couple paragraphs. There's good information in this article. It's good, Robert. That Kaczynski movie F1, starring Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, Javier Bardem, etc. looks fire. Check out that trailer when you get a chance. Yeah, actually, I watched that trailer the day it dropped. It's an Apple TV film. It's distributed through Warner Brothers, so they're going to get a cut from the distribution, but they didn't spend any money making that film. So even if the film does decent, DeLuca Abdy won't get a W at all for that. But yeah, I mean, they picked it up again to put it in theaters, so they're going to make a little percentage off of that. It should be a decent. I like the trailer. Yeah, I agree with you. I like the trailer on that. Says here, the studio heads argued that by moving the movie to March, what are we talking about? We ain't talking about all this. I'm not worried about this one. Let's jump down. I don't care about this DiCaprio film. They may not have a job by the time that film comes out. So I ain't gonna talk about that right now. I want to jump to this article. Was very interesting because it jumped to the future. We're talking about right now with the spring slate. DeLuca Abdy, will they save their jobs? Because according to almost a dozen people, current employees and players aligned with the studio, it means all y'all motherfuckers talking too much. The lower ranks at Warner Brothers Pictures do not share Abdy and DeLuca's enduring optimism. Snitches! I can't rock with people like this, bro. I'm sorry. How many times we get this? As many said, fear and loathing has been widespread among staffers since the new year, and that the entire company is holding its breath to see if Minecraft can rescue morale when it opens April 4th. I can't rock with none of y'all in this office. Everybody's fired. Are you serious, bro? You gonna put this out there like that? This is why Warner Brothers failed, because some of these execs have carried over from multiple regimes. The same snitching people want to be whistleblowers to the trades. I can't, bro. That's too many snitches, Jules. Almost a dozen people. Come on now. That's how many snitches we dealing with in Warner Brothers. And you wonder why, stuff gets leaked out about Zack Snyder and other people. Come on. Maybe this is why Nolan left y'all. Crazy. This is a good human moment right here. We got DeLuca saying, hey, we all felt it, talking about the disappointment of Phillips' Joker sequel. We didn't want to fail David. Zaslav. We think we're turning a corner with Minecraft. And we'll have wind in the sails for our diversified slate strategy. Now, this is the part in the article. This is why I tweeted this out earlier. I said, people thought this was another hit piece on DeLuca and Abdy. Nah, this is them striking back. They're saying, hey, we're going to take the L's, right? We're going to take that on our chin. Yeah, Mickey 17, Joker 2 was trash, according to Maria and Jovic. But we're going to keep rocking. And we got an interesting slate. Yeah, Mickey 17 didn't hit. Alto Nights. Minecraft, they're liking the tracking numbers with Minecraft. I mean, I'm just going off the report. It may not be for us, but people are going to see Minecraft. Now, if I hear that Superman preview, if y'all saw that video on my Superman channel, internationally, they're putting a 5-minute preview of Superman with a Minecraft film. And according to what I heard, it'll be like sort of like the opening scene where he fights the kaiju. Spoiler alert. So I will go to the theaters to see that. I will go to the theaters to see Minecraft, to see a 5-minute preview of Superman. Oh, yeah, just to cover it. I would go to see that. But DeLuca Abdy, they're feeling good. DeLuca, at least, is hyping up Minecraft. What do we think? Let's look at the chat. Ten-year-old says Minecraft movie looks so bad. What? I don't know how to take that, bro. I don't know how to take that. The movie looks so bad that he still wants to see it. That destroyed my brain, bro. You destroyed my brain. That's how I feel reading that comment. That's wild. It looks so bad. I still want to see it. That's quite the conundrum. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild right there. Let's see. What else we got? 5 minutes of Superman ahead of Minecraft. Yeah, it likely may be the kaiju fight. We'll see. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out next week, Jules. You gonna be there? I got you a seat. We're going to see Minecraft. I don't know if you're gonna show up. Better be the best 5 minutes ever. He wants to watch the dump. Oh, okay, I got you. You want to see the dumpster fire? Okay, that actually makes sense. You want to see the car crash? A dang, she'll say, nah. Nah. Don't buy me a ticket for that shit. Hey, it's all gonna be online, Jules. We'll talk about it. I'm gonna get the crew on one of these streams. When I'm able to pop up, we'll get y'all in here. Oh man. See, Minecraft fans might get the movie across the finish line. See, that's the thing. It's like, again, what DeLuca was saying, that they're liking the tracking, they're liking the audience. Again, hey, I'm happy to accept that I'm not the audience, right, of certain films. I'm not the audience for Minecraft. I have no idea what's going on. And like Robert said, it's going to be on Max, but I'm not even going to watch it on Max. I'm not watching Minecraft. I have no reason to watch Minecraft. But no, for sure, if they do the 5-minute Superman preview in the States, because it's international, they're doing it. If they do it in the States, yeah, I'm gonna go see Minecraft. I mean, I'm gonna go see the preview, and I'll leave after the preview. But I have no interest in Minecraft at all. I have no idea the story. So yeah, it's like a train wreck, exactly. Jules said, "No, do not buy me a ticket to that film." Hey, I get you. I get you. I get you. I got you. I got you. Said, no, please save your money. Arado, I was watching the video how to fix something on my streaming device. Little guy teaching the video literally showed himself playing Minecraft in the video. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, it has an audience. So, hey, y'all fans of Minecraft, go do your thing, right? Y'all go do your thing, because I'm not gonna be there. I'm not gonna be there to see it with y'all. But this is what DeLuca, and this is business, right? You know, again, I'm into marketing, so I get it. You want to shift. Let's not talk about Mickey 17 or Alto Knights. They failed. Let's shift over here, Minecraft, right? That's what's up next. If that fails, Sinners. All right. That's how it goes. That's how marketing goes, folks. Don't pay too much attention to what failed. Let's move on. Now, this is interesting. It's going to CinemaCon next week. Is a pretty big week for Warner Brothers, especially for DC Superman. I can't wait to talk to y'all more about that next week. We're going to be covering that live as information comes out next Tuesday. Should be a pretty interesting Tuesday for CinemaCon. It says the industry will watch and wait for how the exhibitors receive the Warner Brothers film slate of CinemaCon. Again, next Tuesday. It'll be around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Tuesday. And it will include a DC panel with Superman, James Gunn, and the cast of the film. We're expecting the Superman trailer. They may get some exclusive footage there at CinemaCon. Maybe they'll get the 5-minute preview. Maybe they'll show it to them there. Whatever they show them, it'll leak online. And then they may talk about Supergirl and confirm Clayface or another film like Sergeant Rock or something. So next Tuesday's pretty big for DC and Warner Brothers. We'll talk about that. Is there a connection there? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see further in this article. As it says here, they'll have proven hits and a splashy IP to showcase, especially from Warner Brothers. Richard Brenner run specialty label New Line. Now, this is interesting. This was the most interesting part of the article to me. When they were talking about CinemaCon, it was like, hey, we took some L's. Mickey 17, Alto Knights. Hopefully Minecraft, the kids, hopefully y'all like Minecraft. And after that, low budget horror, Conjuring, Final Destination, October, Mortal Kombat. They mentioned Sinners by name front too. That's in the spring. They think Sinners is in the bag as a W. That's going to be a profit. But it's just not going to be enough money. Coogler is going to be fine after Sinners because he's going to flip that. He's going to flip that profit. But Warner Brothers is not going to be a blockbuster. So they're moving forward. Okay, low budget horror, you have a chance to make a lot of profit. Mortal Kombat, that's more of like a break-even film this fall overall. What's interesting, they skip past the summer. They skip past Superman. This is what's interesting, right? So when does these other films come out? Let's see. Conjuring and Final Destination. I got the schedule here. Let's see. This is fall. Conjuring. When's Final Destination? Is that on here? I don't think I have it on here. Whoever made this schedule got an L if they don't have Final Destination. There we go. May. So you got Final Destination in May. So Minecraft, Sinners, Final Destination in May. Then they jump to the fall. They skip the entire summer. What does this tell us? What do you think this tells us? Like, again, this article here, I know last month, that article I covered, that was a hit piece on DeLuca Abdy. Zaslav was blaming them for the failures of this spring. And quite honestly, yeah, he was right. Mickey 17 failed. Alto Knights failed. Then DeLuca Abdy jumps ahead of Minecraft this week. Minecraft comes out next week. CinemaCon is next week. And they're like, we can get money from that. And they shout out Sinners. That's going to make some profit. Then they jump to the fall. You got Final Destination, May. Then you jump to the fall. Conjuring, Mortal Kombat. Why they skip Superman? It's a worthy discussion. They skip Superman because that film is totally on James Gunn. Even if Superman does well, that's not going to save DeLuca and Abdy's job. What's going to save their jobs is the films that they personally greenlit. And they're telling you the films they greenlit right here. Minecraft, Sinners, Conjuring, Final Destination, Mortal Kombat. Not Superman. So Superman, just in theory, I know people will take exception if I say it like this. If Superman does $1 billion, DeLuca and Abdy don't get that W. That's all James Gunn. And he gets a blank check to run DC for the rest of his life. In that scenario. That's interesting. Again, if this, all you can do is go off what they're saying. They ain't mentioned Superman. Because it's not on them. DeLuca and Abdy know that's not their W. The fact that they have comments and quotes in this article is approved by DeLuca and Abdy. This is their answer back to what Zaslav did to them last month before CinemaCon. DeLuca and Abdy are fighting for their lives here. This is what's happening. Unreal. And why do I know this is like a response article from DeLuca and Abdy? Because they're trying to extend their contracts. They're trying to let the public know we got more heat coming, y'all. I know this is a bad year. We ain't got a King Kong Godzilla film. We don't got a Wonka film. We got to get through this year so we can get to more stuff. As it says here, if only there was time at CinemaCon to preview films they have in development and production, which they never do. I don't know why. Again, that's how you know this is a pro DeLuca Abdy article. It says they have an IP gold mine, including a new Matrix film. They're doing the Matrix reboot, folks. They're trying to. A sequel to classic Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. So you got star power. another installment of George Clooney's Ocean franchise, reboots of Gremlins and the Goonies. Nostalgia, nostalgia, nostalgia. DeLuca and Abby are trying to get through this year as unscathed as possible to give you some classic reboots. Overall, nostalgia, Matrix, Gremlins, Goonies. This is what they're trying. They're trying to just tread water to get through this year. Again, this is a pro DeLuca Abdy article. And that's pretty much the most important paragraph in this article because, again, it's separating themselves from the Superman, no matter what that does. If Superman bombs, DeLuca and Abdy saying, not on us. But if Superman does good, DeLuca and Abdy can't get no credit for it. It's about Minecraft, Sinners, Conjuring, what was the other one? Final Destination, Mortal Kombat. That's going to seal their fate. If they're going into next spring with a string of L's, not including Superman, then DeLuca and Abdy, they won't get an extension. They won't be around to do that Matrix follow-up, that reboot, Gremlins and Goonies. They won't be here for it. Oceans, what, 97? How old are they? That's what they're doing. But very interesting article. It's all about what they say, but as we always hear, it's all about infinity, right? It's all about what they don't say. No mention of Superman at all in this article. This makes it clear. DeLuca and Abdy, and this is according to what I heard, which is people of Warner Brothers and overall, they're expecting Superman just to be just another film this summer. Like, you're coming out in the worst month possible this year. That's the first thing. This is like coming out the same week of Deadpool Wolverine. This is what they're doing this year, coming out a week after Jurassic World Rebirth, a week after July 4th weekend, 2 weeks before Fantastic Four, where Marvel has their juice back. Marvel has their mojo back. People sat for 5.5 hours a couple of days ago to watch some Cheers. They probably complained the entire way, but Marvel showed they got nearly 30 million aggregate views of Cheers. Marvel has their mojo back. So people are going to be back in the theaters for Thunderbolts in May. I think Thunderbolts will make about $600 million in May. Fantastic Four can probably challenge Jurassic World Rebirth in box office. Superman is going to be lost in the sauce. And DeLuca and Abby is saying, yeah, that's them. Not on us. We ain't even doing the marketing for that. Superman has a specialized marketing consultant team. DeLuca and Abdy ain't got nothing to do with that. That's what this article is telling us. They're saying, detach us from whatever happens this summer. Judge us, yeah, we got a L. Mickey 17 was a L. Alto Knights is a L. Minecraft is next week. Sinners next month. Conjuring, Final Destination, Mortal Kombat. Judges off of that. That's what DeLuca Abdy is saying, and that's what people will judge him off of. So Superman's a L, it won't fall on them. That's the point. That's the point with that. Very interesting article with that, and I'm glad DeLuca and Abdy put out some quotes because they were getting killed last month with those articles we covered. It wasn't looking good for them, and then you had those flops back to back. I hope Minecraft makes enough money for them, man, because I like the ideas. They're big swingers for projects, and I just I hope they get a chance to see this through with the Matrix reboot and stuff like that. So we'll see. And plus, yeah, they're fans of the Snyderverse. Zach and Debbie told me directly they love Mike and Pam, and so I think they can help facilitate whatever Elseworlds DC Zach can do in the future. I mean, Mike and Pam they greenlit last Friday with Ice Cube, Friday film. So they have great ideas. They don't mind, paying people money to do great ideas. They're trying to get Nolan back to Warner Brothers. So I hope they survive this spring. Minecraft and Sinners will help them survive this spring and get them to the fall. And we'll see what they do. So let's wrap up in the comments here. Any last minute comments or questions, throw it in the chat. This was a multiple platform stream. We started on the Superman channel. We dropped them off early after the Superman report, test screenings, and thoughts. We're on the main podcast channel now and X Twitter as well. Next month, my weekdays will get pretty wild. Like, I'm soaking this all in while I can because I'm going to be crazy busy next month during the week. You will catch me more on the weekends, maybe some Mondays with streams. But outside of that, you'll get uploads during the week as well on YouTube here and on the Superman channel. So let's catch up with the comments before we round this out for this podcast episode. Got Jules, Superman should never be just another film. So telling, if they believed in that film, it would have gotten the same push they gave Barbie. Yeah, you're right. Jules, you're right. Like, this Superman film, as I said earlier, you probably came in a little later on this one, Jules, but earlier I did my Superman report. I think it's going to have action. It's just the scale of the film. That's may have been the problem with the Superman film. It's the scale of it, especially in July, in the middle of Jurassic World and Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four is going multiverse, right? Jurassic World is Jurassic World. So then you got the Superman story. It's not like big stakes. Yeah, Metropolis is in danger. It's not like world-ending type stuff. So it's just another film. This is an early summer film. This is a May film. It's, maybe even fall. This is not a dead summer type film. It's just not what we're getting. Now, it's going to have its audience. There's going to be fans of this depiction of Superman. But everything I'm understanding with this film, and I know parts of the story now, and what they're trying to tease at the end of the film, is just another film. That's just what it is. And either you're going to enjoy it or you don't. That's a $600 million film. If you have a Superman brand, DC, you're not Batman, I think it would be enjoyable, but this isn't box office. This isn't blockbuster, right? That's what I think with that film. So, we'll see. Hey, the trailer's next Tuesday. 5-minute preview. We'll see. We'll see what the streets think. I mean, this is just my early thoughts from what I heard. Ocean's 85 million. That's wild. Jules, I swear. Yeah, rewind to the beginning, Jules. I ain't gonna recap all this. So going forward, as I mentioned, during the week is gonna get pretty wild next month. Got some business to take care of. My schedule changes every couple times out of the year. So this is kind of the time. So that's why you don't see the Wednesday crew stream. But I'm gonna get those characters back on other streams because I love their opinions. Speedy was in here, Jules was in here, Carlos was here earlier, and Danny will be a part of future conversations as well too. So looking forward to that. Right now, if anything pops off between now and next week, I'll probably do some pop-up streams. But normally, like I said, regular streams, I'm aiming for like Saturdays, and any reports, I'll probably drop them during the week. I won't be live, but I'll at least drop the stories to y'all Memberships is back on this main YouTube channel. It's been a crazy couple months. YouTube been hating, but I'll give them credit. They got stuff restored. So shout out to those who again became members again. We already got videos, either archive videos or early access videos. That's what you're going to get with that, with the first level. And then we will be doing watch parties. I do have a second level for memberships on YouTube. All you got to do is show up, and we'll do some memberships and giveaways on the second level. But definitely encourage y'all to hit up that base level for those early access videos and exclusive videos. If you're here on YouTube, smash a like. Make sure you still subscribe. Much appreciated. Much love to Silv Nation. We're going to slide on out of here, man. But this was a great report that we got down, and we're going to catch y'all another time. We got a question. Do you think Spider-Man is going to show up in Doomsday? Yes, I actually think Spider-Man, they're going to do some more casting announcements. But what I will say, Fernando, that script, they've changed that script about 3 times since last year, since Deadpool Wolverine came out. They changed the Spider-Man script multiple times, the Doomsday script multiple times. So we'll see, right? Right now, I'm expecting Spider-Man. You're doing an Avengers film, so I'm expecting, obviously, Avengers, X-Men. It's going to be a nice draw. RDJ is a nice draw. Do you want $2 billion or not? Then you better put Spider-Man in that shit, right? So Spider-Man, I'm expecting Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds. They're going for the money, folks, and they want to double dip. So I'm expecting all of them in Doomsday, and they're coming back for Secret Wars. Can you dig it? We getting on out of here. Much love to Silv Nation. Yeah, Doctor Strange too, Jules. Yeah. Jovic, much love. Fernando, everyone. We get on out of here, Jules. We got y'all next time. We out.